The City Council regular meeting for the City of Wyoming, Minnesota, November 1st, 2022. Let the record reflect. We have a quorum. Member Luger, Member Onstad, Member Schilling, Member Yeager, and Mayor Iverson are present. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Right. Open forum. Is there anybody here that wishes to speak in open forum? All right. Seeing none, we'll move on to approval of minutes. Consider approving the minutes of the regular meeting of the Wyoming, Minnesota City Council for October 18th, 2022. I'm just going to say I had sugar before I came here tonight, so let's see what happens. All right. Any questions, changes? If not, we need a motion to approve.
So moved.
A motion to approve by Member Schilling. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Member Onstad. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So approved. Number 2, consider approving the minutes of the work session meeting of the Wyoming, Minnesota City Council for October 27th, 2022. Mr. Linwood, I believe that one of the comments, I think it was in that one, called me Council Member Iverson. So I'd like the record change that it's Mayor Iverson, please.
Thank you for that.
All right, so I'll make a motion to approve with that change. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Member Schilling. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So approved. All right, we'll move on to number 3. To consider Resolution 221195, a resolution approving the submittal of a Minnesota Investment Fund, MIF program, funding application in the amount of $160,000 related to a 20,000 square foot building addition. Mr. Linwood, are you taking that?
I will start. Thank you, Mayor. Just for clarification for the council too, we have this listed under public hearing, but the only public hearing the council will be opening tonight is for this first, for the MIF. The second item for consideration is the Job Creation Fund resolution, but that is not required as part of the public hearing, but it is obviously tied to the item. So just for that clarification for council. In regards to this MIF tonight, this is in regards to Sunrise Fiberglass. Sunrise Fiberglass has been in the city of Wyoming since 1968. And originally worked with they've made parts for Rosenbauer, Premier Marine, and for boats and fire trucks. Now they also make trucks for cranes, skid steers, paving equipment, mining equipment, trains, underground infrastructure, and more. The company was sold in 2015, and they brought into automation, but they had struggled in finding employees, and the pandemic also made some significant challenges for them as well, and they chose to sell. The company that purchased them is National Composites. They're a full multi-plant OEM supplier and custom FRP and thermoform products. National Composites purchased Sunrise Fiberglass at the end of June 2020. They are the current owner and operator of Sunrise Fiberglass, along with 6 other facilities in Michigan and Missouri. They manufacture parts for many household names in the industries and serving GE Healthcare, John Deere, Case, Hugh Holland, Siemens, Wind Energy, Polaris, Bombardier, Oshkosh, and more. They've experienced tremendous growth since their founding in 2017, with only 27 employees, and now have over 440 and growing, so we're growing extremely fast. The project that we're here to discuss tonight related to this MIF public hearing and the JCF is to keep up with that growth. Sunrise Fiberglass is looking to do a 20,000 square foot addition. That project will cost approximately $2.9 million. Processing equipment includes, but is not limited to, also the equipment within the company that includes robotic trimming cell, new gel coat spray system and ventilation booth, resin injection equipment, hand tools, material storage handling equipment, and that's at an estimated cost of $800,000. While the growth and expansion, they also anticipate to hire 23 new employees for floor production, office staff, and supervision, and that pay will range from $19 an hour plus benefits to $50,000 to $70,000 a year plus benefits annually. The company is in process of completing their application for the state of Minnesota Investment Fund, and then the JCF program as well. They also have a program, a forgivable loan from the Chisago County HRA EDA. Based on the proposed project's capital investment and job creation and needs of the business, the state of Minnesota will consider a $160,000 MIF forgivable loan and a $220,000 job creation fund loan. The MIF runs through the city and is provided as a loan, but is also is a loan from the city, but is also forgiven for the business. So essentially, we're named as the applicant on this, but it doesn't affect anything in regards, there's no property taxes, there's no other commitment from the city for funds. It is strictly through the state of Minnesota, but we have to be named as the applicant for this particular project. The JCF may be collected by the company after all their capital investment is made, and then they need to create 10 jobs as well. The Chisago County HRA EDA approved a forgivable loan for the projects. In 3 years, the company loan will be forgiven if they invest over $1 million and create 10 jobs with wages and benefits over $25. So tonight, we are asking the council in regards to the necessary processes for both this MIF resolution, which would be holding a public hearing on behalf of the applicant, Sunrise Fiberglass, to fulfill the necessary requirements for that MIF. And then secondly, the state also asked the city to pass a resolution for the Job Creation Fund, stating the city is in support for the project. With that, I can stand for any questions from the council, and then we'll just need to open and close a public hearing for the actual first resolution in the Minnesota Investment the Minnesota Investment Fund program.
All right, Member Schilling, any questions?
I do not have any questions. I kind of like this.
Member Yeager?
No questions.
Member Onstad?
No questions.
Member Luger?
No questions.
And I have no questions either. And so with that, you want me to open up for a public hearing?
Please.
Okay, so we need a motion to go into a public hearing to consider Resolution 221195. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
We have a motion by Member Onstad. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Member Luger. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? We are in the public hearing. Is there anybody who wishes to come up and speak on behalf? Seeing none, we need a motion to close the public hearing. Do we have a motion to close?
So moved.
We have a motion to close by Member Schilling. We have a second by Member Onstad.
Sure.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are out of the public hearing. All right, do we need to vote on this and then go to number 4, or what is the best way to go?
We would, and there's one other component to this is that, just so the council knows, if you notice in both the MIF resolution, which we would take separate action on both items, so we'll first ask the council to take action on the 221195 for the MIF program funding, and then after that for the Job Creation Fund. In both resolutions, it does say that the city attorney has reviewed and done the pro forma and the due diligence on the financials. There was one component that did come today from Sunrise Fiberglass to complete this. We would ask that the council approve the resolution contingent on approval from the city attorney on both of these. We don't anticipate any issues at all, but there was one remaining piece that Ms. Hoffman from the HRA EDA received today, and we'd also make sure that our city attorney has time to do his due diligence on it.
Okay, everybody understand that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so we need a motion to approve Resolution 221195 with one exception, and that is the contingency of approval from our city attorney, Mr. Lunan, approving the submittal of a Minnesota Investment Fund program funding application out of $160,000 related to a 20,000 square foot building addition. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
We have a motion to approve by Member Luger. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Member Onstad. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So approved. Number 4, same thing. Based on approval, contingency from our attorney to approve new language,
Review the
Just
financial.
review the final,
Review the additional documents. yeah.
review the additional documents. We need a motion for Resolution 221196, a resolution regarding the support of a job creation fund application in connection with the Sunrise Fiberglass. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion to approve by Member Onstad. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Member Schilling. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So approved.
Thank you. Exciting project. We're excited about it.
It's very exciting.
Significant addition to their business, so
Yeah.
really a good project overall.
And to have all those new employees and stuff and good
Correct.
paying jobs. So that's why we need some more workforce housing. Right? All right, consent agenda number 5, consider authorizing payments of recommended bills, payrolls, and journal entry for the period of October 19, 2022 to November 1st, 2022. We need to approve the consent agenda. Do you have a motion?
So moved.
So moved by Member Schilling. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Member Luger. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So approved. Acknowledgement of reports of officer boards, commissions, and department heads, number 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Does anybody wish to pull a report? Hearing none, we'll move on to communications, number 11, sixth annual City of Wyoming Tree Light Ceremony. First of all, that's hard to believe. Mr. Sachs.
Yes, thank you, Madam Mayor, council members. So it is the 6th annual tree lighting ceremony. It'll be my first as, with the City of Wyoming, so I'm very excited to attend this well-attended event. So I'm just going to give kind of a synopsis of this event. It creates a positive experience for families to come down to Railroad Park and kind of kick off the holiday season. This year it'll be held at Railroad Park again on Saturday, December 3rd from 4:30 to 6 p.m. We're still in the process of finalizing donors and so the entertainment that will be there. But some of the participants will include, again, the Pleasant Valley Cloggers, the Dance Factory Dancers, Sunrise Apple Farm will be down there with some cider and their wagon, the Chisago County Anonymous Santa Program, and then Santa himself will make an appearance. So it's an exciting event, and I'm excited to be a part of it this year. So
Great.
take any questions if there are any.
All right, any questions? Member Onstad.
No questions. Looking forward to it.
Member Luger.
No questions.
Member Yeager.
No questions.
Member Schilling.
No questions. Hopefully we get a nice light snow and a warm 33-degree day.
33. All right. The only thing I want to mention with this is I was with the Lions on Saturday doing their 5K, and they are working with Santa Claus at Fairview on Meadows on Fairview, and they're doing that in the morning. So it would be maybe kind of nice if we kind of maybe connect the dots to that as well. So, and then do we know if we're doing Santa in the fire truck as well? Has that been confirmed yet?
I believe they're going to be doing that same day. I don't know, Chief Bauer, if you've heard anything definitively yet. If they have, I believe that everything I know, that I believe they will be again
Yeah.
working with Anonymous Santa, the fire department. But
Okay,
I would assume that they would come out with some information on that soon.
perfect. Okay, so that would make for a really great day from start to finish, right? So, perfect. If you need any help on that, contact with the Lions, let me know. Fabulous. All right, number 12, new business, to consider resolution 221197, a resolution adopting the City of Wyoming personnel policy. Mr. Sachs, were you working on this?
Yes, I will be. Thank you, Madam Mayor, council members. So this has been a process that started prior to my time with the city, so I'm kind of excited to bring it forward here tonight. So the purpose of a personnel policy is essentially to create a uniform and equitable system of personnel administration for all employees of the City of Wyoming. It connects our city mission, vision, conduct. It gives organizational expectations, supports compliance with state laws and regulations, helps mitigate organizational risk, and enhances the productivity and efficiency within our operations. The City of Wyoming personnel policy has not had a comprehensive update in nearly 20 years. It has had a few reiterations throughout the years, but this was the first major comprehensive update it's had. And it's important to keep this updated to comply with updated state laws and policies. It also makes it easier for employees to look at the format, understand the policy, because the current policy is kind of all over the place. So it's a lot more clear, concise, easier for the employee to understand. At the August 24th City Council work session, we had brought this forward to Council, and there were a few items that were discussed and along with some requested changes made. So after that meeting, staff met with Eckberg Lammers, and we went through that feedback and the suggested changes. And I've listed out 4 bullet points of the changes that were made following that meeting. So we added the term good standing into that section 9.05A for the healthcare savings plan in terms of the cash out. I know that wanted to be clarified because it was in other parts of the policy. So we added that. In the sick leave, we eliminated the phrase sick leave is a privilege, not a right. That was a recommendation from council. Then we talked about jury duty at length during that work session. So we changed the amount of paid leave that was in that draft policy from 2 weeks to 30 days. And then the final change, Eckberg Lammers thought it would be a good idea just to clarify that the leave for medical purposes is an unpaid leave. I know right now with the FMLA, sometimes employees don't understand it's unpaid, so we just wanted to make that clear. So we're here tonight asking for approval of Resolution 221197 to adopt the City of Wyoming personnel policy. So I'd be happy to answer any questions.
All right, Member Schilling,
No questions.
Member Yeager,
No questions.
Member Onstead,
No questions.
Member Luker,
Also no questions.
and I have none either, so we need a motion to approve Resolution 221197, a resolution adopting the City of Wyoming personnel policy. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion to approve by Member Onstead. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Member Luker. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So approved.
Thank you.
Yes. Council reports. We're going to start with Member Luker.
I attended the council work session on Thursday. That's all I've got. Thanks for watching and attending.
Thank you. Member Onstead.
I also attended the council work session. And that's it.
All right. Thank you. Member Schilling.
I also attended the council work session. Thanks for those that are here and whoever's watching. I hope you have a great week.
All right, thank you. And Member Yeager.
I also attended the council work session last Thursday, and I also took a tour of the sewer commission property to see, to better get an idea of what we could do the best use of it. There's a lot of property surrounding it as a buffer, and so we took few of us took a nice walk in the woods.
All right.
So thank you all for watching, and thank you all for coming.
I also attended the work session, and as I stated earlier, I supported the Lions' first 5K. They hope to do it every year. I am not ashamed to say that I was the last one in. Took me an hour, less than an hour, to walk 3.5 miles. So I'd also like to thank Snap Fitness as well, that helped the Lions with this and sponsored T-shirts. So we always have great businesses that help out, and so I wanted to make sure I gave a shout out to them as well. So, all right, thanks everybody for coming, and we'll see everybody in 2 weeks. With that, do we have a motion to adjourn? Anybody?
So moved.
We have a motion to approve. Wait, adjourn. Do we have a second? Anybody?
Second.
Oh, okay. Member Schilling, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned.